Provide all them information to you.
Well, let me ask you this. What I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the piss out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that?
Okay, but don't you know?
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
You just talking to her though.
Yes.
With the information that she gave you, can she tell you?
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from here.
Okay, but you want me to just take everything she says as fact?
All I'm just saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
If my mind gets ruined, my life is ruined, because then you can't think, you can't do things, you don't know what the fuck you're doing in life. It's like literally everything is the quality of your ability to think. And I knew that I was putting that in jeopardy.
Victim's identity will not be released in accordance with Marcy's law. On October 29, 2025, at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department, accompanied by her attorney, to report an incident.
In a startling turn of events that has the combat sports world buzzing, Joe Rogan describes the leaked arrest body camera footage as deeply disturbing, stating that Gervonta Davis must focus on personal development, self-discipline, and mental health following his release from custody.
Overcome all those feelings of weakness that are inside of you.
Yeah, and it acts as like a forcing mechanism for discipline.
A rising storm of controversy engulfs one of boxing's biggest stars. Gervonta "Tank" Davis confronts a police investigation following formal charges filed by the alleged victim, igniting a firestorm of law enforcement scrutiny, intensive media coverage, and widespread public debate surrounding the troubling incident.
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I had somebody that I have a driver that would take my way.
Get him over here then. If you're gonna kick someone out of your house, you know.
Sir, you don't have to do that.
I don't have to. I'm sorry. I don't have to do what?
Bravo, 17 miles to me.
Put your hands on her?
No, I did not. Of course she's gonna tell you if she. Okay,
did?
well, okay,
I'm
why
just
did you ask me that? Why did you ask
Because that's
that?
my job.
Has the fire inside one of boxing's most explosive fighters finally burned out? Joe Rogan suggests that Gervonta "Tank" Davis should redirect his energy toward pursuits that genuinely ignite his passion and enthusiasm, expressing concern that the champion appears to have lost his authentic love for the sport of boxing.
Finding a pursuit or a passion or something you truly love that's engaging and challenging, that is exciting for you, and it advances you as a person. And the lessons that you learn in pursuing that thing, you apply to everything in your life.
Everything in life, man.
Yeah.
A manhunt is underway for one of boxing's biggest names. Miami Gardens Police Department has issued a public alert for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, collaborating with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate the boxing champion on serious felony charges including false imprisonment, battery, and attempted kidnapping of his former girlfriend.
By her attorney to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate.
Damning evidence emerges as authorities close in. Social media user Hassan ONX reported that law enforcement officials possess video evidence allegedly depicting Gervonta "Tank" Davis assaulting his former girlfriend, prompting an active warrant for his arrest. Authorities have launched an intensive investigation, with police units actively pursuing the boxing champion as they analyze the incriminating footage and build their case for prosecution.
Miami Gardens Police. Davis is accused of attacking a woman who works at a gentleman's club back in October. She says he left her battered and bruised. Police are not releasing the name of the woman or the club. They did say the pair had dated in the past. Now there is a warrant out for his arrest.
The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other.
Last month, 3 months before this incident, he was accused of assaulting the mother of his children in an episode that allegedly happened on Father's Day. Several previous charges were dropped when
a boxing champion on the run. What began as a nightclub incident has spiraled into a federal manhunt. IFN Boxing confirmed via social media that an arrest warrant has been issued for WBA lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis. According to ESPN, the warrant originates from an alleged domestic violence incident in October, with charges including false imprisonment, battery, and attempted kidnapping. Miami Gardens Police Department has verified their collaboration with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to apprehend Davis as the search intensifies. Legal analysts characterize this as a rapidly escalating situation with profound legal consequences for the boxing star. Court documents and law enforcement reports reveal the arrest warrant stems from an alleged domestic violence incident in October at a Miami Gardens, Florida gentlemen's club where the alleged victim worked. The criminal charges, battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping, represent extremely grave felony allegations, legal experts emphasize. Significantly, Davis has failed to surrender voluntarily, a critical factor that has fundamentally altered law enforcement's approach. This explains why Miami Gardens police have escalated to federal assistance, partnering with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Legal analysts stress this is an extraordinary measure, typically reserved for suspects believed to be evading authorities or proving difficult to locate, marking a decisive shift toward an aggressive, high-priority investigation.
Also known as Tank. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. The victim further reported they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. The Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis.
What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, and let's get straight into it because this is a serious and developing situation involving Gervonta Davis. So what exactly happened? According to law enforcement and court documentation, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Davis stemming from an alleged domestic violence incident that reportedly took place back in October in Miami Gardens, Florida. Police say the incident occurred at a gentleman's club where the alleged victim worked. The charges listed on the warrant are battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. As of now, authorities say that Gervonta has not turned himself in, which is a critical detail in how this case has unfolded. And this is where things change. Miami Gardens police confirmed they are working now with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and arrest Gervonta Davis. This doesn't just happen automatically. When someone has an active warrant and law enforcement believes they may be difficult to locate, avoiding contact, or capable of crossing jurisdictions, U.S. Marshals are often brought in. For you guys wondering, what exactly do the U.S. Marshals do? I got you. They are the oldest federal law enforcement agency in the country, operating under the Department of Justice, and they specialize in the following: tracking and arresting fugitives, assisting with high-profile warrants, running joint task forces with local police, protecting federal court.
Surveillance cameras captured what happened next, and investigators say the footage is damning. Eyewitness accounts describe a substantial law enforcement deployment at the scene, with officers stationed strategically on stairways while media crews documented the unfolding investigation, underscoring the gravity of the allegations. According to the victim's sworn statement, the incident occurred at approximately 4:15 a.m. during her work shift when Gervonta "Tank" Davis allegedly approached her. The victim claims Davis violently seized her by the back of her head and throat, forcibly dragging her down a stairwell toward an adjacent parking garage. Upon reaching the garage level, she alleges he released his grip, allowing her to escape and flee toward co-workers for protection. The victim disclosed to investigators that she had known Davis since 2022, having been involved in an intimate relationship with the boxer that lasted approximately 5 months before ending roughly 1 month prior to the alleged assault. Crucially, authorities confirmed that lead detective Gary Florencio examined surveillance footage from the venue, which reportedly corroborates substantial elements of the victim's testimony, a development investigators regard as pivotal evidence in building their case.
This conference, they got like DAs on the step, because I'm telling you, because you guys can't see it, right? They got police officers on the step, I'm assuming media, and because I hear people taking pictures and things like that, so paparazzi, just to announce this, which we'll get into.
According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement.
Oh, so they got footage, I guess, some footage from the club. That's not good.
Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis. We are here.
Bro, what is going on? Like I'm gonna be real. On my channel, I keep it G. And in no way, shape, form, or fashion do I agree with assault or battery or these heinous type of charges. I have never condoned a man touching a woman.
With his career hanging in the balance, one question looms. Can Gervonta Davis reclaim his throne? Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter analyzed potential comeback scenarios for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, explicitly ruling out several matchups as strategically obsolete. Porter projects that if Davis returns to the ring by summer, a rematch with Lamont Roach makes little competitive sense, particularly following Roach's controversial draw against Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz. Porter challenged the inconsistent reasoning frequently employed in boxing circles, where fighters celebrate victories one moment, then conveniently invoke "styles make fights" arguments to avoid dangerous opponents. He dismantled this convenient logic as fundamentally flawed. Instead, Porter advocated for a marquee showdown. Davis should face the victor of the anticipated Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson clash at 140 pounds. He dismissed weight concerns as irrelevant, noting Davis has previously competed successfully at that division. Addressing the bigger picture, Porter emphasized that legacy transcends win-loss records. Even if Davis were to return and suffer defeat against elite-level opposition, the courage to face top-tier competition would command respect throughout the boxing community. A redemption narrative built on bravery rather than selective matchmaking. If you love boxing, powerful punches, and real fight breakdowns, make sure to subscribe to VIP Punch. Hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with true boxing fans. VIP Punch, where every punch matters.